Hello everyone, Mixfant Gaming here. Welcome to my channel. Today we're back here in Mech Arena, and this is not going to be a very long video. I just want to do a quick talk about this particular crate rush here. This is now the last day, or one of the last days anyway, so it's just 1 day and 6 hours left as of the time of recording. And I just wanted to mention this has such a grind in order to get this. And honestly, in my opinion, it got to the point where it wasn't fun anymore just trying to get this pilot. Now, for me personally, I don't even have any weapons that this particular pilot would actually be used on. So I can say it's for heavy duty weapon damage. I don't have any heavy duty ones. I don't have no chain guns or anything like that. So I can't even use this. But I did want to kind of add it to my arsenal in case I ever did get a weapon that I could make use of it on. Ideally, of course, in endgame, you want to have the legendary version. But of course, I don't have a legendary version, so I wanted to try to get this one. And I can't remember what the odds were when I first went into here, but I think it was around 0.4 or 0.04% chance to even get the epic case pilot right from the very beginning. There was a total of 50 possible draws, and just even over time, I think I got halfway through, and I think I was up to 0.6% chance of getting the case pilot. So as you opened up and got some of the rewards, the percentage to get case went up just a little tiny fraction. It was obviously made in such a way to ensure for the vast majority of players out there that if you wanted to actually get the case pilot, you had to actually but to finish every single event. And going through this, there was probably, there were some days where there's 3 or maybe 4 events running in tandem, because you had a limited amount of time in order to get these tokens in order to open up this crate, and there was 50 in total you had to get over time. So we're going to go in here. We're going to claim my last little bit. So if I go into here, you can see that I've actually done all of them. I finished this one just this morning, the Development Derby. And so I have 3 left. So let's just go ahead, let's draw them and see if we happen to get the case in before my last one. I have about 21% chance now of actually getting them in the last 3. But no, I am guaranteed because I do have the 3 event crate rush tokens left. So there is the 40,000. And next one we either have, we're going to get the 10 or the case pilot. And we look at here, it's almost a 50-50 split with, of course, the fortune keys being just a little bit more odds in getting it. So what are we going to end up here? We are going to actually get the case pilot. So I had to do 49 draws in order to get the actual pilot. So we have the token. We might as well go ahead and finish it off here and get the 10 fortune keys. There we go. Now, I don't know if I even would have invested all the time and effort in trying to get that had I known that the last, is it the battle pass? No, it's not this one. Where was it? I guess maybe it went off the screen. But the last one that I finished yesterday, minus the Development Derby, there was the one where you had to go in, you had to play the tournament mode, the free-for-all, in order to get it. And I absolutely despise free-for-all. I hate it with a passion. It's not just a free-for-all mode in general. Most games I don't like how they implement the free-for-all modes. But in Mech Arena, the maps are too small and there's too many mechs on at any one point in time. There is really no little strategy to it. It's all chaos. And if you can somehow get yourself in a corner or up high where you're a little bit more protected, that's kind of ideal. But the vast majority of the cases, I was having bots outscore me in free-for-all. And unlike all these other events, for instance, if I just go back into the Development Derby one, if you have an event here that has several of them, let's say it had 6 events or 6 tasks in total. All you had to do was finish 5 of them, and you got your full amount. Now, unfortunately, I wish I could go back and show you the free-for-all one. But for the free-for-all one, you had to finish every single task. And there were tasks on there about getting 2 gold medals for the least amount of spawns. There was one about getting 2 gold medals for kill leader time. It wasn't even the fact that you got kill leader. You had to actually get the most time in a match as the kill leader. So you could go through the whole match in the last 10 seconds to be able to get the kill leader first time and win, but you still wouldn't get the gold medal for the kill leader time because of the fact that you really weren't a kill leader very much at all in the match itself. And then, of course, there was the one where you had to get the kill leader in 5 matches in a row. That's almost as bad as this task where you have to get 5 wins in a row. So anyways, I grinded through that. I did that. Had I known that was going to be an end task, I might have not even bothered putting in the grind effort into getting all these event crate rush tokens so I could actually end up in the long run getting the case pilot. Because honestly, as you can see, I don't even have the weapons that I could even use it on. But it's kind of nice now that it is in my arsenal, and maybe at some point in the future I will use it. But I really was not happy with how they instituted this. I'm glad that they put something out where everybody, as long as they ground it out, they could get it. But I personally believe it was too much of a grind just to get an epic pilot. To me, that grind that I had to go through was more in line with what I would expect to grind out, say, a legendary pilot, or maybe a legendary implant of some kind. But for an epic pilot, that if you wait long enough, you would be able to buy it outright for about 1,000 acorns. I likely would rather have saved my time, get the 1,000 acorns over the span of a few weeks or a month, put that aside if I really, really wanted the case pilot, and just wait until it got into the inventory and I could buy it. Well, anyways, I just want to give you my personal opinion of this event and how it was running. The plus side is I'm glad they made something available where all the players, as long as they put effort into it, they could eventually get it. However, I do think it was too much trouble, too much effort for the vast majority of the players. I honestly, for an epic pilot, I think if you would cut all the events in half and only put in, say, 25 tokens you had to grind for, that might have been more ideal for an epic pilot. Anyways, what are your thoughts? Let me know below. Let me know if you got the pilot or not. If you got really lucky, let me know as well. But as you can see, it took me to pull 49 of 50 before I was actually able to get it. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. Until next time, cause some mayhem in the field for me.